and it is being done to others, to the even more vulnerable of women and children. I will now speak about the two most pressing human rights crises we now face in the Philippines: the extrajudicial killings connected to the so-called war on drugs, and the continuing crisis in Marawi City in Mindanao. Countless women and children have been widowed and orphaned by the bloody war on drugs. The actual death toll is disputed, but the Supreme Court has established that by 2017, 20,232 have already been killed. By now, the number could easily reach between 25,000 and 30,000. While most of those killed are men, a closer examination of the facts will reveal the severe impact on the women. Wives, mothers, sisters, daughters of the murdered men who are now left to pick up the pieces of their families' broken lives. Finding livelihood, keeping children in school, addressing health issues which now include recovery and healing from trauma. These are their immediate concerns, assuming they have managed to give their dead a decent burial. A study conducted by my women's organization, Pilipina, furthermore underscores the violation of women's rights and dignity in the way the anti-drug operations are carried out. Among others, the violent intrusion into the homes of the poor, which are supposed to be women's safe and sacred space, no matter how lowly. Denial of the right to care for their dead or wounded. Theft of their few belongings. Threats of being taken to substitute for their targeted male relatives when they are not found in the premises. Vulnerability to sexual harassment, prostitution, and human trafficking. The women left behind have become, in the words of the study, and I quote, a new underclass among the urban poor, often ostracized and isolated by their neighbors, terrorized by barangay officials and the murderers of their family members, vulnerable to sexual exploitation. To date, 2 petitions have been filed for the issuance of a writ of amparo, a temporary protection order, prohibiting police authorities from getting near the residences and workplaces of the families of EJK victims. The second one was filed in October 2017 on behalf of the families of 35 residents of San Andres Bukid, an urban poor community in Manila, who were killed within a 13-month period. The San Andres Bukid petitioners were led by Sister Maria Juanita Daño of the Religious of the Good Shepherd, who has been living among the poor of San Andres for many years. Sister Juanita or Nenette has formed an all-women group, which meets weekly to reflect on the challenge of the gospel in their lives. Men were initially invited to join the group, but they didn't stay because they were not comfortable with the sharing process.